All right, we're back for part two of the run here of 80 days. Attempting to go around the world, 80 days, apparently. We're a pretty good start, I think. I don't know. Never played it before, but feel like we're pretty good. I don't remember exactly where we're at right now. It's been a couple days, so we gotta take some inventory of the market, figure out what we got, and then we gotta figure out where we're going. Just get back into it. How did we get four suitcases? I don't remember that. I feel like this is just a terrible. Oh, okay. We bought this, we sold it. I remember that. I don't want four suitcases. Let's see if we can get rid of some stuff here. This is a set. We're not getting rid of that. I wish I knew where that was. Shaving kit. I think we're keeping that. Maybe we get rid of that. We're going to St. Petersburg. We're keeping that for sure. This is part of a set. We like the sets. This is a set. Oh, we're definitely keeping. I remember now. We're going down to St. Petersburg, and then we're going down to that city there, Sardison. Saritsan. I don't even know. NA education. Let's not focus on that. Khartoum. Where are we? That's like in Africa. Where are we? Hold on. How do you get out of this? Plan. Yeah. Going to St. Petersburg. We go down to Moscow. Then we go here and we can sell the thing. Khartoum. Dude, Khartoum's down here somewhere. There it is right there. Khartoum. It's like Sudan. We're never getting there. Right? Yeah, I mean, we have to. We can't. All right, we can sell that. We can sell that. Oh my God. Now we gotta wait for the market. All right, let's, since you can't really do anything. This arrives tomorrow. See, it only takes 3 luggage. We could already be screwed. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. The parts. When does the market open? We already got ourselves in a pickle. Quite the little pickle. This opens at 7. Hit this real quick, and then depart. I polished our shoes and aprons, so we always take care of our stuff. Better ready us for our upcoming departure. I just remembered I have to read everything. Oh, yeah, I mean, this is a bad idea, starting this channel, you know? Constantly gotta read stuff to y'all. I can just read it in my head a lot faster. All right, we're just gonna wait. We don't want to fast forward because we just want to hit this as soon as it opens, and then we want to get out of here. We're selling this. Keeping an eye on the clock. We gotta get rid of 2 things. We gotta get rid of one of these suitcases. I think we keep the vodka. Get rid of this. Going to St. Petersburg. Shh. What is this? It's part of the Russian set. I'm panicking. We gotta go. Gotta go. We just hired the extra space. It's not a big deal. Go. We almost missed it. They're like 3 seconds away from missing it. Holy. The Baltic Ferry. Boarded a ferry for the short journey to St. Petersburg. Let's yap a little bit. Greeting, Mr. Ingolf. What ho? Tell me more about this. Overlapping text. Come on, I mean, we can do better than this. I've gathered there is a irregular train service from St. Petersburg to Moscow, but the journey is a tiring one. Subject of trains. I've heard I knew a man who always wanted to travel aboard the Trans-Siberian Express from oh man, to Vladis, Any education. We can't pronounce these Russian cities. I don't know what to tell you. Have you heard that some buyers will pay well for buffalo hides from Vlad? Now tell me, the light in the north is quite special, I think. Indeed, good sir. It's another word for cold, I think. No chance we're going to North Korea. Maybe we will. Who knows? Yes, you can travel by fisherman's boat from Vlad to Pyongyang, but the journey is a tiring one. Good man. Some buyers will pay well for buffalo hides from Kent. Unlock some routes. The heck? I don't think we want to go to North Korea. Just saying. Nothing against it. Nothing against North Korea, but we're not going. The journey along the Baltic was plagued by ice-fingered winds, as though Russia wished to warn us in advance of the coldness of our welcome. But the people were warm enough. There was quickly impromptu music in the ballroom below decks, where I was. Ooh, are we a singing type of man? Or are we a dancing type? We're made to dance. Let's be honest. It's made to dance, being the only true eligible bachelor aboard. Foggy, I believe, was exempt from the other passengers' calculations. I am not entirely certain why, but it no doubt pleased him to stay seated. Parbleu! Did he even dance? After several hours, I noticed Foggy had taken his leave. We gotta follow old Foggy? I mean, we're building a good bond, but he's just ditching the party. Let's follow him. He's a just, see, strengthened. He loved that we left with him. All right, let's get into St. Petersburg. Officially in Russia. Market. We got some goodies. I know that for a fact. 830. 220. All right, now what is this? Part of the cold climate set. We need that. Part of the cold climate set. We buy. We buy. We have a complete set. Part of the heavy storm set. That sounds important. We just buy everything, to be honest. Where are you? Still don't know where that's at. Okay. Man, if we can get rid of one thing, we can get rid of one of these suitcases. What are the rest and recuperation? What are the urban travel? I mean, are we going to be in an urban area? It seems important. It keeps people from stealing our money, I would think. But we don't have the full set. Uh, wait, we don't have the full gentleman set anymore? We get rid of it and we buy the boots. Now we're back to 3 suitcases. All right, take a look. This doesn't leave for 3 days. Hold on, we can negotiate. The Russian costume. No charge until tomorrow. There you go, we're leaving tomorrow. It only takes 2 luggage, but maybe we can hire, do the typical hire thing. I'd hate to lose a whole suitcase. Nevsky Prospect, immortalized by Dostoevsky and Gogol, would have been unrecognizable to those venerable writers. Imperial soldiers filled the streets in Galitzine Godunki, enormous black iron hydraulic walkers. We stayed boldly and decisively away. Let's mind our own business. We're good at that. Foggy loves it, and we're now dependable. I believe we've been called suave, and we've also been called. I can't remember the third one, but they're all good traits. Get out of here. Hire the extra space. Okay, so far we're good. Look at this. We're gaining health. We never even lose health. The line from St. Petersburg to Moscow was affectionately known as the Tsar's Finger and ran perfectly straight apart from a bend near the city of Novogorod. The story told is not worth repeating because that's more reading for me. And despite being forced to hear it from a guard myself, I will not now inflict it on my readers. Thank you. All right, let's get to talking here. My boy, Panfilov. I'm traveling on business of the highest order. What can you tell me about Moscow? The Tsar police has formed his own secret police, I hear. That don't sound good. This is where we're going. On the subject of trains, I heard my friend used to talk about the Beijing Express from Urga to Hong Kong. I don't know what the difference between the yellow and white is. Oh, query, change the subject. No? All right. So I guess yellow, you query them about the route, see if they know anything about it. No idea. Okay. So if we have knitted gloves, I think we actually do have knitted gloves. Oh no, they're not from Odessa though. What about Istanbul? Minsk. We learn anything? Urga? Isn't that in Urga in Mongolia? Oh no. NA education. The train was comfortable enough. I spent my first day aboard watching the scenery go by and relaxing. Even a valet must take time off. We settled down for the night. Then we just go to Moscow. The train was stopped twice before reaching Moscow. The first time it was searched for artificers' equipment, and the second time they searched for weaponry. Okay, seems like the Russian police like the police. And here we were, only a few days into our long trek across the continent. A few days, 17, my guy. Fortunately, one of the other passengers decided to put up a fight, insisting they would not open their suitcase. A standoff commenced. Well, it's nothing to do with us. We mind our own business. Knowing that he would only ask me to resolve this. He did not like it. Foggy, not a fan of us trying to ignore the situation. The soldiers eventually hauled the man off the train, shouting complaints and curses. The train started moving once more, but we were somewhat delayed. That's fine. It's not a big deal. Making good time. All right, before we do anything, look at the plan. Oh, Lord. No, we're going down here to sell something. Parts in 2 days, which would be 1 day after tomorrow. Can we? Yeah, we can negotiate. This Russian costume is coming in handy. No charge tomorrow. We can get out of here right first thing in the morning. We love it. Go ahead and... Oh, I don't know if we can do both the market and that. We got to be quick at the market, I think. Moscow was not a comfortable city for a Frenchman. A local composer had just written a piece people were calling the 1812 Overture, commemorating the Russian victory over Napoleon's invading Grand Army in that fateful year. Patriotic passions were at fever pitch. So I stayed very sensibly indoors, minded our own business. We're big fan of that. Alas, my friends, my solitude was quickly interrupted by an vicious rap on the door. Two men in clothes so plain that they were most certainly police officers invited themselves in. The new Tsar. No, we're not going to talk shit. I heard of the Agrana, newly formed secret police which investigated revolutionaries and malcontents. My luck, it seemed, had deserted me, so I resolved to make my own. They asked me my name and purpose. We're just going to answer honestly. You just answer questions honestly here, keeping to the truth and not raising my eyes from the floor. They seemed skeptical about our journey. Can't blame you. Sounds like a stupid claim to go around the world, doesn't it? Anyone would be surprised by our supposed race, given it was day 18 and we were only just in Moscow. I thought we were making good time. At length they nodded. One removed a curious monocle and placed it into his pocket. It seems you are truthful, crazy but truthful. Why you traveled through Russia, we do not understand. Perhaps you are heading for Vlad. We have considered it. Vlad is close to all but the military personnel. If you were thinking of going that way, choose again. I don't think we're actually going that way. I proceeded to rummage through our cases, tossing our possessions in all directions, but evidently finding nothing of interest. Do not stay in Moscow too long. Russian Air Force does not suit Frenchmen. I took their warning to heart and quite looked forward to departing the Tsarist capital. It's good. We're gonna hit the market and we're out. Gotta be quick at the market though. We got like less than 60 seconds because we gotta make a couple of screens to click through. Gotta get out of here by 8. We're buying the fake passport. We're buying the top hat. Okay, we're good. Let me depart. We're departing. I'll be honest, I didn't even get to read any of that. I know what I originally checked. We had enough slots for our luggage. That was the important part. All right. We took a freight train to Sardis. Though the line was nominally a spur of the majestic Trans-Siberian, the track was of much older construction and hardly luxurious, let us say. It was quite an imposition for Foggy, a fact which I attempted to temper. He loved it. He loves when I kiss his ass. Though there was a little that could be done to shield Foggy from the rickety, swaying carriage and whistling draught. It's what it is. Ivanov. Yeah, we gotta start figuring out a way get out of this city. We're gonna go to Odessa. We heard a little rumor about Odessa, buying something at Odessa. The knitted gloves. Maybe, but more buyers will pay well for knitted gloves. Everybody's talking about these gloves. They gotta be good. How do we get there? Let's talk more about Odessa. Good false teeth in Odessa. Wow. Extremely valuable. What about some? Use the vodka. Talk to me more about Odessa. We gotta get out of there. We want to go, I don't know, Istanbul maybe? Forlani? Hydrofoil. Why do they put, these are made up words. It's not English. What about Greece? Can we get to Greece? Okay. Oh, that's way over there. We're not even, why are we worrying about Odessa? We're not even going that way. Oh, by the end of the day, Foggy was feeling sorry for himself. Or I could take Foggy's difficulties no more. No. He's our guy. He pays us. Perhaps slightly motion sick from his insistent study of the newspaper. Last time we checked, this dude was just looking at the pictures. He wasn't even reading. So I don't know why you get motion sick. Yes. Hit the market. 3,800. That's an easy cash. Part of the railway man set. We're not worried about that. This you want to buy and sell. You buy it, you get the routes, and you sell it. But to get that, we have to sell something. For one of three, I really wish we knew where Antalya was, because I feel like we've passed it by now. All right, it's 7 p.m. It's kind of locked in on 7 p.m. But if I close this screen, then I gotta wait till tomorrow to buy. Oh, let's see. I think we get rid of this. It hasn't done nothing for us. Bring this in. Maybe we buy this tomorrow. What do we care about Odessa and everything? We're done with that. We got to go this way. If we can get down to Tehran. Let me look at this. Let me look. I mean, we have no way. This is our only route. Arrives tomorrow. What time? 8 a.m. All right. So we got another thing. We got to sell the little train ledger thing we got. This. We got to sell this and then buy. Forgot what was in there. All right. good on money. I mean, we have more money than what we started. Go to the businessman. Foggy, he's a bum. Thought at first glance the river seemed to nourish the port of Sardis. In truth, its wealth and industry found its source in oil from Baku. And have the F1 race at Baku. I was more interested in the theater, which had just opened to much fanfare. It was playing Fortune's Fool by Ivan Turgenev, whose novels I read avidly. I was in minority opinion on Fathers and Sons, having enjoyed it greatly. I was sufficiently exhausted by our heady journey to be nothing but pleased at the chance to while away some hours in Sardisen. Foggy loves it. I mean, where is there like a hidden meter where we can see? Doesn't matter. All right, gotta wait. We don't want to fast forward because then it's gonna throw us at 8:40, and then we gotta rush to depart. I didn't even see how many things of luggage we can carry on that, to be honest. Market, sell, buy. We're out. We're good. Feel like we're making good time. We got good money. We got full health. What could go wrong? From Sardizin to Astrakhan on the border of the Caspian Sea was a short distance, but the train managed to make a great deal of work out of it, loving its way along the banks of Volga. We got to figure out a way out of here. Who cares about Foggy? We're not asking about money. We got plenty of it. That's about Tehran. Well, collectors in Benares will pay fantastic amounts for astrolabes from Tehran. Insider information. I like it. Know anything about Baku? For instance, merchants in Quetta will pay fantastic amount of jars of crude oil from Baku. Okay. So maybe we go down to Baku. Getting itchy feet from our sluggish speed. Nah, we just stay with Foggy. Tending to his toilet. I didn't. No, I didn't say I was gonna do all that. And managed to settle him somewhat. A minor miracle. We arrived in the mid-afternoon and went to explore this new town. Market before it closes. Gotta buy this. I think yellow it sells for more, right? Is that the deal? What are you? Frequent flyer. We never fly. We're always on these damn trains. All right, let's. I mean, I want to keep that because we're all on the trains all the time, but at some point we gotta fly. Ah, maybe storms. I feel like this is trash. I mean, we're one of three. This is another one. I'm about to give it up, to be honest. I don't know where that's at. There's no chance it's anywhere near. We've had to have passed it. We had to. We're selling it. Pains me. We're gonna buy this. Get our routes. In the morning, we'll sell it and buy the other thing. That seemed like a good route. Look at this one. All the way up to Japan? Is that? No, that's not Japan. That's Philippines. Okay. It's gonna go to like Hawaii or something? Eat Cairn Island? Oh, we're going all the way over there. Hey. Okay. Can't go to the market. We don't need the bank. We sleep. Problem is, we don't even have any routes out of here yet. Are we stuck? Do we soft lock? The city of Astrakhan sits on the tiptoe of the Russian Bear, where the Volga River empties into the Caspian Sea. Yeah, we need to investigate the river. That's our way out of here. Get down to Baku. Wondering what transport across the water might be found. Took one step too far and sank down to my knees in the thick black river mud. Oh boy. Oh, these are just terrible choices. I don't want to topple on my back. If I try to jump back, I feel like I'm going to lose my boots. You know what? We're jumping back. Of course, bending my knees to perform the leap merely stuck me in further. The mud made an ominous sucking noise, the sound of a hungry monster slurping up its prey. There was nothing else for it. I lay down. No, no. We were screaming on top of our lungs. Someone come pull us out of this. Hoping one of the nearby fishing boats would hear me. Nothing. I felt the water rising now, cold, about my thighs. Yeah, you should be trying to save yourself at the same time you're shouting. We can do both. We're multitasking. But how? I found myself stuck to the knees in mud with water around my waistline. I feel like this is going to make it worse. That sounds like the worst idea I've ever heard. Ah, we're back to shouting for help. Oh, man. But the long wait firmly set my legs into the mud below. I think we're stuck. We got to go under. This just sounds like a terrible idea. We're just going to die. Forget it. Hoping to tug my own legs out of the muddy feathers. The buoyancy of my jacket at least would stop me sinking further. Did I make some progress? I could not tell. I was forced up for air. We'll just keep trying, I guess. This time my foot moved, sliding up out of the mire. Kicking, struggling, I freed my other leg. Then I was out of the water and panting for breath on the shore. I returned to Foggy, looking half dead. His expression, I believe, flickered a moment, but he said not a word. Then, and not even when Askerton was far behind us. We're sharp. Look at us. Big brain. We're sharp. We're suave. I keep forgetting all the things we've been called, but it's very good. Some people are saying it might be the best. Now, why is he being a dick? I mean, we almost died. Foggy, we're going to have issues here. I think we explore, market. Because explore, I think you get a route. We have to get a route, yeah. Oh, we're not going back north, are we? Spent a few hours in exploration, learning ways in which we might travel onwards. I think we're going to go down to Baku. You're out. You're in. It's a Monday, okay. We don't need a bank, but wouldn't be bad to get some money. I don't want to go back on that trail. This would seem pointless. When we could have just gone 3 days. Let's negotiate this. Everybody loves the Russian costume. No charge tomorrow. There you go. 8 a.m. tomorrow. We're out of here. Oh. Think something wrong. Come on. We're done at the market, right? Oh, we could sell this. Don't need to, though. Alright. We wait till tomorrow. We took a room and settled in. I washed and hung our linen. We always do a little bit of work, you know? Yup. Let's get out of here. Going to Baku. Want to see the F1 race. This luggage might be a problem. Nope. We always just hire the extra space. Lose 5 health. We're going. The hydrofoil across the Caspian Sea was a small affair run by one Alexander Sedlov, a keener and more enthusiastic amateur sailor than I have ever encountered. We're very experienced? I asked as we boarded and stowed the luggage away. I used to be a clerk, but the lure of the waves took me by the throat and never let go. The heck? Demonstrated with one hand around my neck. Now this is all I do. Never set foot on dry land. Sea legs are my only legs. Let's look at them, I guess. Not the third one, though. But saw nothing unusual about them. Then he threw the switch on the engine, and we were hurled across the water. Literally hurled, as though standing aboard a spinning discus as it leaves the athlete's hand. We need to talk. We need to get some more routes. What about Iran to Herat? Kameraj, okay. And then from there, I believe so, one can drive in a hired palanquin from Herat to Quetta. the journey is a tiring one. Look at this. All right, we got some routes. Cuba? Okay. Hydrofoil's wild motion did not slow. I put my trust in this guy. He knows. He looked at his legs. Two of them, not three. Best I could, following Foggy's placid example, and we waited out a most grueling day. It's the suspension, said Love, admitted finally. I think it's a little loose. That doesn't sound great. Lost a little health. We hit him with the comb, and he gains the health. Look at that. Now he lost it again. Shoot. By the second day, the broken suspension was all I could think about. None of us had enjoyed any sleep, and while Alexander kept his spirits alive with vodka-laced coffee, myself and Foggy were at our wits' end. Just try to sleep. Obviously could not. After several hours, we came with sight of Baku, and we raised a ragged cheer as though we had survived a shipwreck. We put into land and all but ran for our lives. Okay. Down a little health. We're going to stay at a hotel. Oh, my. Down to 86. Lowest we've ever been. 211. Let's get into... Don't need money. I think we could just go to the market. Oh, my goodness. We're going to spend the rest of the day here. I can already tell. Okay. The knitted gloves sell for a lot, but it's part of the cold climate. We're heading south. We don't need cold climate. Are you cold climate as well? Let's get rid of you. What are you part of? The Russians. We're heading out of Russia as well. I think we get rid of the Russian stuff and the cold stuff. And then we start loading up on the goodies. All of interest to wistful, suspicious, foreign, and sea dog types. 4,600 in Quetta. And you have to. Interest to stubborn, sour, and prim types. We got one of those. We're traveling with one of those. Can only get one of these. Right? Yeah. We're gonna get the... This is $0? So it can't even be good. It's free. Let's get it. I feel like we get rid of one more thing and we get the monkey wrench. But I don't know what to get rid of. Heavy storm. It's one of three. We're missing the second part of that. Let's just get rid of that. Put this in there. All right. Let me look where we're going. Going to Tehran. Departs tomorrow. What time? 10 a.m. Perfect. Sleep. And then we go. Baku is a city founded upon oil. In the shadow of the Ramana Tower, we watched a line of peasants operating a hand pump, extracting oil seemingly from the ground itself. They seemed poor, and yet each held black gold in their hands. I could not believe all of these peasants had someone to sell their oil to. Indeed, there could be no local market at all. It's free oil. It was roughly pushed aside. Foreigners buy oil; they don't steal it. I wasn't trying to steal. I thought it was free. All right, it's a misunderstanding. It's just a language barrier. I was told most certainly it belongs to us. I apologize. Didn't know. Excuse me. I apologized. Explained it had seemed as free as the river water or the air. The woman to whom I spoke spat at the ground. You Europeans, you make free with everything. Wow. As I walked away from the oil well, I felt curiously sticky, and later that evening I found a dark, shimmering tear in the corner of my eye. Oil spreads everywhere in Baku. I think we just go. We're out. Always hire the extra. Oh, we're gonna lose more health. We need to heal up. Getting onto the hydrofoil was one of the hardest things I have done on this journey. Every bone in my body demanded relief. Saving up for some adjustments, said Love admitted. They're not cheap. I mean, we got money. It's not our money. It's Mr. Foggy's money. I think you want to go down to the lowest part, right? We hoped the motion would be less and stared fixedly at the horizon line. It worked well enough, although we both turned the color of old moss. Neither of us actually exploded. Hold on. Don't I have some kind of... Hold on. Look, we got this. Why don't we take the dang... Alright, what do I know? Let's wait. Oil shortage strike, and we're trying to steal oil from Baku. There's 6 hours of torture aboard the dread hydrofoil. Yeah, let's drink a little. She eased the pain a little, but did not decrease the spitting. Finally, Captain Sedlov sighted land. Tehran, he declared. Do not worry, my friends. You will find it a most comfortable place to be. I'm glad to hear it. Sedlov nodded. I am not convinced he really understood English at all. Okay. I fancy he spoke it like a parrot. We disembarked, and he held out his hand for a tip. Yeah, I mean, you still got a tip, even though bad service. Honor satisfied, we staggered away into town. What possessions? Do you have anything that sells? This? No. This might sell all right. We got to figure out where Quetta is, to be honest. We plan. There it is right there. We're going down there. Got to get to Herat first. 2 days at 8 a.m. No charge tomorrow. Nice. We'll just keep it moving. Don't even need to plan. Well, you might as well, right? Never mind. I thought plan was explore. Got him backwards. Iran was a city of invention and artifice, wrapped around ancient grandeur. Bandor airships floated between the minarets of mosque and church spires, glowing golden in the gaslight. Sought out the engineers and found them in the cafes, drinking heavily sweetened coffee and racing their inventions across tabletops. The shard engraver. No, I'm gonna talk to the metal forgers. An older woman whose muscular arms bulged under her chador leaned closer. Muscle mommy. The other artificers call us mere blacksmiths, she said, waving her burn-spotted hands. But could they make their wondrous devices if we didn't first hammer out their copper sheets and spin their wires? It's fine work. The finest, a middle-aged fellow by the name of Rafik remarked. In other cultures, a copper lily may be enough for an artificer to complete their education. But we are apprenticed to other guilds and craftsmen. To truly make automata, we must be jewelers, architects, shipwrights, cobblers, doctors, dancers. Must you also learn the skills of the valet? I asked. Looked me over and considered a moment. No. Son of wasted our whole life. He replied. There you have me. You have found one skill we do not need. I swallowed. Uh, This explains why I've never seen an automaton with properly waxed hair. Rafik laughed out loud, and we clinked our coffee glasses together. Someone further in called out, To the Shahana Shah! And we all raised our cups, and some wag added, May he live forever under the watchful eye of the Prime Minister. And everyone laughed. This is my abiding memory of Tehran. Full of men and women? No, a place where people could be both right and humane. all at the same time, a rare thing in this world of ours. It is a city, I am sure, that will stand forever. As I left, Rafik pressed a square of glass into my hand. It is most subtly broken, he exclaimed, but still beautiful, as many of us are. Nice, dude. What do you give us? Broken shard. Worth $4,800 in Delhi. Okay. I think we just leave. We go into Herat. We go. Gotta pay for the extra luggage. I am getting a little nervous about this dude's health. A little worried. A black metal horse reared from the prow of the Kamertaj, a masterpiece of Ottoman style powered by a new type of Persian engine. It ran from Istanbul through the Persian Empire and all the way to the British frontier city of Kabul. Yeah, we like Tehran. Still, the Kamertaj left us no doubt that we were leaving. Its engines fired and we rocketed away along the rails. I think we heal him with this. He loves it. One of the Armenian porters nudged his Pashtun friend and muttered something uncomplimentary as he watched me struggle to load our things into the luggage car. I'm just gonna focus, do our own thing. They continued to stare at me in discourteous fascination. You look very strange for a servant, said the Armenian fellow, whose name turned out to be Abajaja. Oh, hey. Abba. His name's Abba. Now we got problems. Yeah, you look strange. Back at you. I'm rubbered. You're glue. I sniffed, gesturing to the reporters' uniforms, which were a disastrous mixture of Persian and Ottoman fashions. They only laughed pityingly in response. Monsieur Abba tucked a purple lamb's wool pashmina around my neck. Perhaps this will help, he said, rather hopelessly. Nice, thanks, bro. I stroked the soft fabric as I returned to my compartment. Monsieur Fogg made no comment, distracted by the whistles and shouts which marked our departure from Tehran. I woke to the gentle rumble of the train and dressed quickly, deciding to just keep that thing around your neck. That's where it goes in dashing style. Abba was entirely correct in his sartorial assessment. The color suited my complexion very well. Foggy took one look at me and raised an eyebrow. Very vibrant, he remarked. We're not offering this to him. It was a gift, I said with a smile. You do, he said dryly, have a great facility for making friends. Uh, Sounds like a veiled insult to me, for I knew how little my master valued such a facility. Still, such a mean-spirited remark, I could scarcely credit it. You know what? We'll go with this one. Gift of pity rather than friendship, I replied honestly. Was his only reply before he turned away and fixed his attention upon the passing scenery until the Kamertaj pulled into Herat on the border of the Persian Empire and the frontier of the British Indian colonial lands. Dude, this dude's dropping health. Let me hit escape. All right, we're here. This is where we're stopping for part two of this. How many days are we? I want to say 24. Let me just look real quick. 25. 25 of the 80 days. Oh man. So we got a couple more episodes of this. This is episode two. Uh we'll keep continuing until we either lose the run or we win the run. We're gonna do one. We have to, right? Can't just get stuck in purgatory playing forever, right? Not sure. Anyways, see you on the next one. That's it for this. Thanks.